We got another talent take this week. What are the people saying about the talented human beings of this country?
Yeah, I think this is something that's deeply personal to me. I think about my life has been a struggle between these poles of being pulled to work in these kind of what our society regards. In some ways, I definitely do too. I understand that pull of these quote unquote elite things, right? So I have felt the pull throughout my career to, when I'm in school, everyone's getting into banking or consulting, and that's where all the best students are. That's where all the best math minds are. You're not solving important engineering problems. That isn't cool anymore, right? We've talked about being abstracted away from doing work. It's cooler to do strategy. It's cooler to build a financial model than to actually build something. And I've felt that, right? Luckily, I found the Marine Corps and got away from that for a little. And then I fell back into it, right? I got an MBA and spent a few years back in the abstraction world, back in the management consulting world. So this is I have felt that pull, and I'm not saying I'm brilliant, but I've been around some brilliant minds and in some rooms where they're recruiting, and I have felt that pull. It is strong, right? It is not just the money, it is the money, but it is the status. It's the recognition that when you're talking to other people from those elite circles, they will really understand when you say, I'm working at this big bank, or I'm working at this big firm, or I'm at this private equity shop. And there's an immediate recognition that you are a smart person. You might be doing something important. There is that feel to it. I totally recommend, but not recommend. I totally understand it. But man, uh, if you go in those same room and you say, I'm going to work on a company and we're going to try and make crop yields more efficient, like this guy's saying, or I want to go make the next factory. That's a new factory that uses AI technology. It was all the companies that we see when we're talking about reindustrialize, right? Throughout my life until movements in the last few years, that hasn't been cool, right? I think it would get sneered and looked down upon. And so it is something that I think is bad, right? It's something that I wish I hadn't, I gained a lot from my experiences, but I wish I'd had a little more of that mind earlier in my life. So something I feel totally not only do I judge, I can laugh at the tweet here, but I have felt that throughout my career.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair. You see, I talked to a lot of folks through our work with defense tech jobs. We talk to a lot of people who, they leave the mission, they're transitioning military or something like that. They go try big tech or finance for a couple of years, and they come back because they miss it. They miss that sense of purpose. And I think we're in a moment of high agency and high purpose in the United States. So the good news is I think good guys are winning. I think we're seeing a lot of momentum on, especially among young people, to go do hard stuff.
But the question remains, how do we keep a system? I don't want to come in here and say, oh, we have to regulate finance such that no one wants to work there. But what levers do we have beyond just us talking about it? Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. That doesn't feel that great to actually get talent to work somewhere, right? You have to incentivize them. We're going to have to make sure we have the benefits of working on some of these important issues that flow to the people that do it. Otherwise, everyone's just going to go work in finance or consulting or private equity, etc. So how do we? I don't have a good answer there, but I think it's something we need to think about long and hard as we build a society, as we build a country.
You're doing it right here. You're doing it right now. Work with cool guys like Ben. You could cut your sleeves off and go to work building software for the mission of national defense. You can get down to Texas and you can build factories that are powering the future of American defense. You can do cool stuff. That's what it's all about. Is now we are not Elizabeth Warrening our way out of people working in finance. We're going to go ahead and let folks should develop those skills and then apply them to great missions. And I think there's a lot of good stuff to go around.